First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello, everyone. This is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. Thank you very much for joining us. We always appreciate when you do so. Of course, you can watch all of our segments live. We're from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. every weekday, and then always afterward at kptv.com or the Fox 12 Oregon YouTube channel or the Fox 12 Oregon app. And feel free to share these segments as well. The Oregon Charity Championship Golf Tournament is something we've been covering a lot, and that is coming up on October 7th, and it's going to involve a number of different nonprofits and charitable organizations in the region who are doing some great work for various communities, and they're all going to be competing for a prize, but really we also get to share all the amazing work that they do, and that's what we're doing right now, talking about the Sunshine Division. We've got Kyle Camberg, the Executive Director, and Kyle, thank you very much for joining us here today to talk about this and share some of the amazing work that you do. And I think to start off, if you wouldn't mind just giving everybody a bit of an overview of the Sunshine Division and what exactly it is.
Yeah, the Sunshine Division is a very unique local nonprofit founded 101 years ago, actually by the city of Portland, the mayor, and the Portland Police Bureau. So if you've been around Portland for multiple generations or a long time, you might have seen a police officer delivering a box of food or something of that nature and thought, oh gosh, that's something the police do. That was the Sunshine Division for about 40 years. In the 1960s, we got incorporated as a 501c3 charity. And now you fast forward, 60 or so years later, and, we're a small local nonprofit. We still uniquely work with the Portland Police. Our food boxes are in their precincts. You might have seen us last month taking 250 kids back to school shopping with about 100 police officers. And so we still do a lot of the programming or humanitarian aid that the organization and the city and the police bureau did back in the 1920s. What's dramatically changed in just the last 5 years is we've tremendously expanded. We have a home delivery program we launched kind of in the midst of the pandemic. We've now successfully delivered food to 125,000 doorsteps here in the Portland metro area in the past 4.5 years. We have a food pantry that's open 5 days a week, 52 weeks a year. So we're not just the holidays. And then we share food and share resources, if you will. It's usually boxes of food, but it could be frozen turkeys at the holidays or, a pallet of peanut butter at a different time of year with nearly 200 schools, churches, other social service agencies, and then governmental agencies like Portland Police Bureau, but also DHS and County Sheriff's Department and EMTs and other first responders. So we play in the space of really trying to make sure people can get emergency food when they need it, wherever they are, and trying to be a great partner with a lot of different entities here in the metro area because no one owns hunger. We do our part, but we know there's a lot of people out there, like I said, whether it's schools or churches or even a police officer that might be the difference between someone having access to food or not. And so that's the role we play. And this great event's going to help a lot of great local charities do what we all do around the metro area.
I think that's something that you just hit on right there is working with so many different organizations and different people and different entities and all to do that goal of fighting hunger and getting people food if they need it. And the more people that I feel like you reach out to, the more people can talk to people they know, in their communities. Maybe there's someone who doesn't know this is a resource, and that's an avenue to get to them. And that's great working with that. And to that extent, working with all of these organizations and different partners and ways that you do this, what are some of the ways that the community can help you and also fund some of this effort, because at the end of the day, it costs money to get these things. And what are some of the ways that people can contribute to that?
It's a great point. We always say there's really three ways you can help a food relief organization. So whether, that's Sunshine Division, or I grew up on the Oregon coast, whether it's your local food pantry, you can donate your time, you can donate food, or you can donate dollars. And, the beauty of the internet, it's worldwide. Any organization you want to look at and find out what they're doing, you should be able to find their website. Ours is really easy, sunshinedivision.org. Amazing thing, we're partnering with the station right now as well with two great local companies companies, Toyota and Fred Meyer. And so if you're seeing this currently, you can drop by your Portland Metro Fred Meyer and drop off some food. Obviously, they're a grocery store, so if there's a particular thing you want to get in the store, you can find it there. Toyota's doing a match right now this month for online giving up to $5,000. But I really encourage people, again, your broadcast and the internet reaches far and wide. Find that group in your zip code, in your town. And if it's the Portland metro area, we're really proud of what we do. We're a Charity Navigator 4-star charity, not to bore people with that, but that they're sort of the Better Business Bureau that goes out and looks at nonprofits because our information is public. And for the past over 12 years, they've said we're a 4-star charity, which is their highest rating. So we're very efficient in what we do. And it happens because the local community cares. You know, we're not a governmentally funded agency. We don't get federal dollars or state dollars. So everything we do happens because of local people. That's local volunteers, local companies, foundations, food drives, you name it. We're only as good as our supporters allow us to be, and we think we're very efficient and very productive with those donations because that's important. We have a responsibility. It's a 101-year tradition. We have a responsibility to be good stewards of those gifts, and so we're really appreciative of what people enable us to do, and we hope they continue to support and continue to believe in what we do because it's gotten tougher these past few years for sure.
Yeah, and 101 years, as you mentioned, you're stewards of that legacy of 101 years of doing that, of helping people here in this community, in this area, and continuing that and being there. And as the needs have gone up, over the last few years, still being there and having that support for everyone. That's great. So question for the Oregon Charity Championship. If you were to win, what would you do with those funds?
Well, we've got some advocates playing on our behalf. I wish them luck. I was out there last year. It's probably better having some real golfers participate. But if we're to win, the holidays are right around the corner. And I don't usually lean into the holidays till it's the holidays. But this year we're doing something new. We're well known for what we do around the Christmas holiday. In fact, that's the tradition that started the charity back in 1923. Police officers and police reserves, which were a lot of World War vets, and the local media. You'll love this one as a media person. The local media, which of course was radio back then because we didn't have TV in 1923. They got together and they took food out in the Goose Hollow neighborhood of Southwest Portland. 101 years later, we still do that every December. We do a massive home delivery. And the past few years, what we've seen at Thanksgiving is there's such a huge need. We've seen record numbers. The past 3 years, the week of Thanksgiving, have been far and away the busiest days we've ever seen in terms of helping people. And so this year we decided to kind of take a page from that 101-year history, and we're going to do a massive home delivery to about 2,000 homes the Saturday prior to Thanksgiving. And so that's the new big effort. We're always, bolting something new on to what we do because our work's never done. So if we were lucky enough to win, that's where that money's going to go. And that's really what this fall, what we're asking people to help support. That's a lot of, where the food drives and where those extra donations are going to go. Because to home deliver to 2,000 households, 1, it takes the food, 2, it takes the infrastructure, and 3, it's going to take us about, there's going to be about 400 volunteers are going to come out and home deliver, and that's it's a production, but we've got 10 decades of knowing how to do that. So we've got a good blueprint, but it takes that community support to pull off something that large.
Well, lots of ways that people can help then and contribute to that. And obviously, if you do win, that can go towards that as well. So to understand correctly, you will not be golfing this year. So not up there.
I'm taking my. We have a sponsor exemption, right? We've got some folks playing on our behalf, so we wish them the best. But had I gone out there, the odds would have been much lower that we would have come home with the prize. So we're putting it in somebody else's hands, hopefully better hands than mine.
That's you're taking one for the team right there. So that's good.
That's right.
For the betterment of the team.
That's right.
Al, thank you very much for joining us here to talk about this, and thanks for all of the work that you do. Sincerely in the community and helping people. I mean, as you mentioned, nobody owns hunger. It's everywhere, and it's important to get that out there for people in the community and have a place that they can go and trust and know where to do so, like you guys have been doing for 100 years. So 101 years, excuse me.
101, yeah. We'll turn 102 in December. So yeah,
that's crazy, but that's awesome. So Kyle, thank you very much for joining us here on Fox 12 Now. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. And we appreciate being invited to such a great event and everything your station does with us as well, because like you said, no one owns this. It's a community effort, and we play our part to try to connect the dots and get people access. But again, it doesn't happen without amazing supporters and partners. And so appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime. All right. Thank you so much. And for everybody watching, again, this is Fox 12 Now. We live stream here throughout the afternoon. So if it's your first time watching, don't forget to check out all of our segments on the Fox 12 Oregon YouTube channel, kptv.com, or the Fox 12 Now tab, or the Fox 12 Oregon app on whatever platform you are on. And we're going to take a quick break. I'll probably be back around 3 o'clock. I'll talk to you then. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.